So my name is Dayle Hodge. I'm from Buffalo, New York. I went to the University of Buffalo and I studied mechanical engineering and aerospace engineering. I got a minor in French language and literature. And then I went on to do a master's in mechanical engineering, focusing on hemodynamics and vascular biomechanics. Afterwards, I went on to work in the biotech industry. I worked in San Diego designing instruments for orthopedic spine surgery. Then I applied to med school. I got into an MD PhD program. I did my PhD looking at stem cells and their role in cancer biology. And then from there, I went to the research track in anesthesiology at Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, Oregon. And that's where I'm in my second year doing my training there. So I studied abroad at EPF or UPF, École Polytechnique Féminine, which was an engineering school just about 20 minutes outside of Paris. I studied there from August 2003 until June of 2004. So almost a full year. And I studied just basically my junior year classes, which was in aerospace engineering and mechanical engineering. You should do this. And there's so many reasons why. I mean, like, one, it's going to make you a much more well-rounded person. Like, getting outside of sort of normal track of what you do in your daily life and going to a different country will make you grow in so many ways that you never anticipated. Secondly, it makes you stand out. Puts you on people's radar no matter what you're doing. So whether I was interviewing for an engineering company or interviewing for medical school or for residency or for a scholarship or anything, anytime you have that in your resume, it's going to flag you as, let's talk to this person about this thing. And actually that played a pretty key role. So my first job that I got when I graduated from UB was working for this biotech company. And I remember my interview, they were looking through my thing. They're like, so it says here you studied in France for a year. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, and you did it in French, all of your engineering? And I was like, yeah. And they're like, that's pretty cool. Like, tell me more about that. So that was a huge part of my interview. And that has played a role not only in that job interview, in my med school interview, in my residency interview. Like, it's followed me since I went. So I went in 2003, and it's been 17 years or almost 18 years of getting the same question over and over again. It shows that you're a risk taker. It shows that you're willing to put yourself out there. It shows that you have courage, and in the end, you were way better off for it. And I was like, yeah, I would do it again in a heartbeat. I was the only Black student in my cohort, but I was with a Hispanic student from Long Island and another Hispanic student who was studying in Florida but was from Colombia, and then a Canadian student. And then we were all together, and even though we had different cultural backgrounds, we all supported each other, all throughout the time that we were there. I met students from Haiti and from West Africa and from other parts of the world that had people of color, and were able to sort of have the same common bond, even though we're living in a foreign country. So I know it's there may be some hesitation, but I think really you find these unique bonds, especially when you go abroad. If you're having any doubts, if you think there are any kind of barriers that will prevent you from going, I'm sure there are, but they're well worth overcoming. The saying is, nothing worth doing is ever easy. And the same is true for study abroad. Sometimes it can be hard to do, but like the benefits, the payouts far exceed the barriers that are in your way. I can say that, this is something that one of the best things I've done in my life.